What's going on, everybody? Just Madden 22. Gonna do some franchise.
Good morning, Sherman Church, 1800, working West Range Post area. Vehicle 3247. Prep ID is 9260034. 3247 will be doubled on with me. His prep ID is 9650134. Professional 601, Howard here.
The third and final week of the preseason is here. A fourth exhibition game is a thing of the past. It's the Colts and the Lions coming up next.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Flushed out right. And this is caught by Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Flush to his right. Williams brings it in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. So the big play.
Wait, what's the difficulty on Pro? Figures.
Just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right.
Touchdown!
Tyrell Williams from 17 yards out. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. 3 plays already in the end zone. That was quick.
We always talk about offenses understanding what they want to do before they go into a game, and they practice it. They have their script and the plays.
Extra point. It's good.
Just reactive. They have their own ideas as well. These ideas didn't get implemented very well. 3 plays and a touchdown already scored against them.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Eason and the Colts now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Here's Eason to throw. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. This seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot. And they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. But he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. That catch good for only a couple. From the 22, Eason. That's into the hands of Pascal. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that would be pinpoint here.
As I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Second down and goal. Eason. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a
Nobody was open.
After the incompletion on second down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Rodrigo Blankenship for the Colts field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Blankenship's
And it's good.
And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor. So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense trying to get it to
intercepted.
Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
First and 10, Eason. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Eason. He's got it to Hilton. Fighting his way through contact. Touchdown Colts. T.Y. Hilton from 19 yards away. And the Colts have taken the lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that second touchdown now. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again.
Vamos!
I think the ball's out.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
The throw complete here to Williams. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. DeAndre Swift, the intended receiver that time. But it'll be 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. Powers through it. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon.
Got the first down, thankfully.
Backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he...
Oh, they intercepted it.
It's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Rocky Sin. And the Colts are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Eason and the Colts now with a 1st and 10 at their 38. Throwing to start the drive. Eason. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life. And the Lions pressure too strong.
Get sacked, boy.
Deshaun Hand. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. From the gun is Eason. Under pressure.
Get sacked again.
Julian Okwara. He's the one that drops him this go around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. On 3rd down, a run by Mack. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker. And just like that, on we head to half number 2.
Both of these coaching staffs with some big decisions to make coming up as the preseason draws to a close. The second half is going to be filled with a lot of evaluation. And to bring it your way, we go back to Brandon Gott.
Our starters likely to be out there for the 3rd quarter as we get back underway in this second half. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Eason sets to throw it. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zap throwing back in the other direction. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Lions will take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
He'll drop this one off to Swift.
Oh.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
What?
So that one a hold, right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that could be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
He'll drop to throw. Rolling to his right. This is caught by Williams. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Finding Williams once more, complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Oh.
Almost had his 2nd pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
I know we saw the pass and the completion and obviously the resulting loss of yardage. To me, that play broke down with the blocking on it. Because if you're going to try and swing it that far outside, that blocking's got to hold up to give your guy a chance.
In the defense, they weren't fooled at all.
No, not at all. But were they aggressive on that one?
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off inside the 5. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
17-7.
When you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Tyrell Williams heading back out onto the field now. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
So 2nd and 10 now here in the third quarter from Detroit. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. In on the sack, the former Buckeye, Tyquan Lewis. Now, the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry. They'll try and throw for it here. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Boy, a real head-scratcher there.
Now they have really good...
That means this next drive will begin 4 yards from the end zone already. They'll run here with Taylor, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. On the give, this is Mack. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. And that'll do it for the end of the 3rd quarter. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. He lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down. Blankenship's kick is good.
20-7.
The lead up now to 20-7. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Goff. That's complete to his running back, Jefferson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Goff. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Again, Goff. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a fourth pick of the ball game. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays and kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
Zero.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. From the gun, here's Goff. And this is caught by Fells, right side. Sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Goff. Forced out to his left. This is caught. And he's brought down.
Oh, that almost looked like a touchdown right there. Here, let me look at that real quick. Nope, not even close.
Certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle.
And in for the
Touchdown!
Jamar Jefferson. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Lions have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Important,
And it's good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no thought of a return here for Hines.
I can maybe catch up to them. Say, this is just preseason. It's not like
and this game not
whole
quite over yet.
game
Like
that
see him take all
they
3 timeouts
do.
defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Hines. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6. The 46-yard line.
Now a give right side. It's Hines. And he's going to be met at about the 43. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. As it'll come with 9 seconds to play in the ball game. And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. This is Hines. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
He's going to let it fly. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And the Colts are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really to that.
Gentlemen, we've made way too many mistakes this week, okay? Football
My God. All right. Small steps in the right direction. That's what we've been talking about.
It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the 49ers and the Lions. And it's coming up next on EA Sports.
And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. To throw is Garoppolo. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, 75 yards. And the 49ers are on the board here first in the season opener. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll try and start this drive in the air, eluding the pressure right. Williams brings it in. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
Come on.
There, but it's incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target. And it's second down. They'll set up a throw. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And the 49ers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. That is Tomlinson, who is down. Boy, not what they want to see. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Romeo Okwara able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is fielded at the 27. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. And I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave listen, go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll look to throw. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Another completion there, and we think back to the draft in the spring. This franchise essentially handing him the keys to the operation, a top 5 pick. Charles, how ready do you think he is?
I think he's ready for the NFL in terms of size, speed, the makeup of him, the character of him. The key's going to be, will this team accept everything he brings to the game and adapt to it? Not just necessarily plug him into something that he doesn't do well.
That catch good for only a couple. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Back to throw again. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
2nd down, here's Mostert again. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
I know that speed
going
is
on,
the hallmark
buddy?
of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he is going to have a 49ers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Got a man.
I can't start this season with a loss against the 49ers. I don't want that. Don't win, the Lions are going to be facing the 49ers. Speaking of them.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Mostert. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Garoppolo looks to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And now it's 3rd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Mikal Roby-Coleman. And the Lions are going to...
Wait a minute. Was his feet in though? That's the question. Was the feet in?
Take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the C's opened up for him.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy's made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
He'll get this into the hands of Swift once again. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll make it second down. Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in his first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard.
And a fresh start for DeAndre Swift and his teammates with this brand-new coaching staff. And they believe he can be a 3-down back. They want to get him in space against linebackers. 46 catches his rookie year. They expect that number to get into the 60s.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. You that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll get this off to Swift. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
For the Lions, field goal, a 50-yard attempt.
Oh, why did I do that?
He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years...
And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. Touchdown, 49ers. Chip.
I'm looking at play. Looked like he was out of bounds. He was in bounds. God darn it.
Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this first half. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6. Gold with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. DeAndre Swift heading back out with his Detroit teammates. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space. Maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to
Oh
call the West
my
Coast offense, the
God.
long handoff. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week one. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team right at the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day one.
Second down and 3. Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll drop this one off to Swift. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. They'll throw now on the final play. He's got a man.
He's in. He's in. He's in. He's in.
So we've reached halftime here on opening week. All right, we will save the week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half. So make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers a little bit more to the perimeter, perhaps. But above all, play your game.
A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. Back to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big play there on the catch and run.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Back to throw here. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal.
Pretty sure that was a touchdown. What's that? Right there. His foot was right there.
They found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown!
Touchdown, Detroit.
Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Lions able to get this back within a touchdown.
14-7.
And they'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust. Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Meanwhile, Garoppolo's throw taken in by Samuel. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And it's a leaping up.
Controller battery low. What? I'm pretty sure I charged it last night.
Knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Oh, and now some space to operate. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Penei Sewell, the 7th overall pick, hit with a penalty there. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Looking to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And this is caught by Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And that's a nice throw right there. And I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator that showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays under that type of duress. That's an example of what we're seeing in the colleges delivered to the NFL.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now a throw here to his running back. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion. It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll roll him out right. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 21.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And this one's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he is going to have the Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I could definitely try to win this, guys.
They'll look to throw. And
or not.
Dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete. Nearly intercepted.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Back to throw again. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
So a nice throw there, and CD, I have to think you've been impressed with what you've seen thus far here in his debut.
Now, you know me well. I have been impressed because what I've seen is him starting to understand how to play the game in a short amount of time. The dazzling plays, they'll come and with experience, but right now we're seeing him handle the game, make all the smart plays and the right reads.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal.
Oh, come on.
An incompletion, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They'll set up a throw.
I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal.
And
Touchdown!
T.J. Hockenson. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget
14-14, tie game.
We are tied here in the 4th quarter.
We are tied.
Spanning 15 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Niners set to take over on offense.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Garoppolo's throw on target to James. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Now, after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Second down. Here's Mostert again. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. He's going to let this go for the end zone. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers.
They got it.
Well, you're not going to hear Jimmy Garoppolo mentioned among the strongest arms in the league, but that doesn't mean he can't beat you with a long one.
And you'd think on 3rd down, they'd just be looking for something right beyond
21 to 14.
And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that's out to the flat for Swift. 3 yards the gain there, second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The throw complete here to Williams. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big connection on that one. 39 yards. Well, if you pull up his college highlight reel, you will see no shortage of great throws, and here's one in his NFL debut for big yardage.
And this is going to be a big test early in his career. How accurate can he be on throws like this? If he keeps doing that, he's going to be just fine.
Rolling to his right. That would almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield.
Oh, that was almost a first down. I mean, the touchdown. Almost had it.
The design that we're seeing right there, this is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way down.
Know what?
Looking for Hockenson, and he's got him. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hockenson. His 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. They'll look to throw.
Oh! Dang it.
Do you have one of those charts?
I'd have done that. Should have just...
I don't. I know you do, but I don't care what the chart says there. You got to kick it, right?
I agree totally because somewhere the chart's something's gonna pop.
Should have just
say, hey, man,
do the few.
You're in good shape. I think they were chasing points there when they didn't need to.
Yeah, try to get a little bit greedy, take the lead in the fourth quarter. Now they still trail by 1. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock, in a tight 1-point game. Now Mostert. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 67 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll find his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. On 2nd down, Mostert. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Garoppolo to throw. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Here comes the 49ers punter now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So now the Lions down 21-20, 20 seconds to go. This is only week 1 of the season, folks. Get strapped in as they come up here 1st and 10. Back to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kwan Williams. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted. But they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
So the victory here for San Francisco.
That's correct. Thank you. Middle of the year, this is 601 organization report. How do you copy? Good morning. 601 Primo coming in with an 85-year-old male who is the driver of a pickup truck doing almost 3 miles an hour back over your end stop sign. And him on the driver's shop. Chief complaints are going to basically be generalized pain, got good mobility with everything, but kind of some back, shoulder, arm, neck pain. Alert conscious, he is on a blood center, did not lose consciousness after the accident. Talking to me just fine now. Vitals are all stable, 140 over 70, falls to 74. Strong regular normal time. Straight on 9, everywhere. We'll be there in just 3 minutes.
It's the final week 2 matchup, and we'll see Green Bay looking for their 5th straight win over Detroit. The Lions and Packers are headed your way next on Monday night.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Flush to his right. Williams brings it in. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
So a pretty nice throw right there from the rookie. And this, of course, is game number 2 of his NFL career. His guys did not get the win, Charles, in the opener. But what did you see from him last week?
Well, I think all things considered, he played pretty well, and I don't think I'd pin the loss on him. But there's no question, this is a learning process, and that was step 1, and he's hoping on the road to glory.
That is caught. It's Williams. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
And the Lions took a flyer on Williams, who played 4 years with the Chargers and 2 more with the Raiders. Missed all of 2020 with a shoulder injury. Trying to get back in form. Grabs one there for a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Second and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
He'll drop this one off to Swift.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and open. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Come on.
The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
The one with the dive look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Again, he'll drop to throw, eluding the pressure right. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. It's 1st and 10 from the 12.
He'll get this off to Swift.
Oh,
Couldn't quite get there.
I was trying to see if I can jump to it.
Get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up. Golden opportunity, strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field. All right, this is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this drive, you might want to think about a pass play in this situation.
Interesting. Time to find. Looking for
touchdown.
Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hockenson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive.
And the kick is good.
And it's now a 7-0 game. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb.
And he returns this to the 22. Now we get a look at Aaron Rodgers as he gets set to lead this Green Bay Packer offense. Rodgers now in his 17th season in the league, and of course, coming off the MVP trophy.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's taken down, but able...
Alright guys, I'll be right back. I'll get some something for lunch.
across the 35.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Rodgers now on first down. Open man left side. It's the tight end, Tunyon. The numbers last week for Tunyon. 5 catches, 59 yards.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
On second down, it's Jones. First down and much more here for Jones. And all the way down to the 33-yard line.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. Here's Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. Charles, a tough task ahead for this defense, trying to slow down Aaron Rodgers. What would you be trying to do?
I would think about selective pressure, Brandon, and what I mean by that is he's going to eat you up if you blitz him too often, because he'll read that and go to the man coverage patterns. But every now and then you bring that pressure at him, make him deliver the ball on time. It's when he keeps the ball, maneuvers out of the pocket, and throws deep, that's when you're in big trouble.
They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
That'll be the end of the third quarter. I mean, first quarter.
7-0 on EA Sports.
That'll be the end of the first quarter with the score of 7-0 Detroit. Come on.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down.
Oh! Are you kidding me?
Nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd
and the point is good.
So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw a bit closer here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
Taken from about the 12. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Tyrell Williams heading back out onto the field now. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in his zone here and call it a day, because otherwise, he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. The offense has to love that, because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
And this is caught by Williams. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Back to throw again.
Touchdown!
DeAndre Swift, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions add on to their lead. Now Parkey for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3
and it's good.
Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Oh.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a
Oh, the Dolphins beat the
16, like
Buffalo Bills.
62 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
A good spot to throw, and indeed they'll come out with 4 wide receivers here on 2nd and inches. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And on the left side,
No.
according to the headlines, but incomplete, so the ball a little late.
Watch. Yep, see when he caught it. Here, I'm gonna get closer. See, look, see when he caught it. Oh, it's kind of close. Watch his right foot. Boom. And his left foot came down after.
Getting there, and it's 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
2nd and 4. And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again.
And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Now meanwhile, they go 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. On first down, Rodgers.
Oh, number 11. He should have just caught that, man.
So
Come on.
First, now 2nd and 10.
Could have caught that.
Here's Rodgers to throw. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle it for just a short gain.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Now it's Rodgers.
Nope. No. I don't think so. I'm checking this replay. Dang it. He did. But he slid his right foot out of bounds. But caught it. Yeah, that's the first. That's the first down.
Rodgers now to throw. He's got it. And it's a Packers touchdown. Devin Funchess. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Packers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
And that kick is good.
And the lead is down to 4. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken just shy of the 10. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Lions now taking over late in this first half. And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And quickly they get to the line. They'll look to throw now on first down. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play there on the catch and run. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful. And that strength was on display there. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw here. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Williams brings it in. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 16. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll drop this one off to Swift. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field.
And the kick is good.
And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, Time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Cam Newton, 2 touchdown passes as his guys make amends for the setback in Week 1. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Kirk Cousins, 2 touchdown passes as his guys make amends for the setback in Week 1. Lastly, let's check in on our nation's capital to see what's happening with the Washington football team at home at FedEx Field. And they were winners in that one over the visiting New York Giants. Ryan Fitzpatrick, 5 touchdown passes, leading his guys to the victory. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Lions. And it's been the passing game.
An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Well, the Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
On 2nd and 10, Rodgers.
And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick, but instead it's third down.
Rodgers going to throw.
Oh!
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes. Trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw.
He'll get this off to Swift.
Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense. That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Flushed out right.
And that would get a target and incomplete.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On play action, they'll throw. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And
no! How could that be incomplete?
To the ground and brings up 4th down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And they worked this well upfield across the 45.
Get ready. Get ready.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. Coach doesn't like it. Teammates love it. Where do you fall on it?
Well, I fall on wanting to endear yourself to your teammates, but pick your spots. Be smart about it. They need you for the full season.
Yeah, the rookie's going to learn as he goes.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game? That's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
They'll set up to throw, and that's going to be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Brashad Perriman.
Wait, I'm gonna look at this just in case if the booth decides to reveal it. Let's see. Definitely a touchdown because look at this. Oh, number 23 almost caught it too. Watch. It almost looked like number 23 had it. That's
22 yards. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this.
They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
After reviewing the play, ruling on the field game.
Now Parkey for the extra point.
and the kick is good. 24-10.
So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and the end result a Detroit touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here comes Cobb.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And that's complete to Adams. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Looking for
oh,
punches,
intercepted!
Picked off at the 36. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now,
and in for the Lions,
touchdown!
T.J. Hockenson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Parkey adds
30 to 10.
And the lead now to
31 to 10.
21.
I think I definitely have advantage to win this thing.
And only 1 play to score it. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here comes Cobb. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back. You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Rodgers' throw complete here on target to Tunyon. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. Really solid effort for him right now. 3rd quarter, already 4 touchdown passes. How many can he get here?
That remains to be seen, but I know one thing. You and I will be here to watch, and I'm not going anywhere. With what he's doing in this contest, I'm not missing a minute of it. This guy's been spectacular.
Yeah, I mean, it's a team game, but sometimes these individual performances are fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes they just kind of come to the front, despite the fact, as you said, we know it's all about the team. But the way he's playing, he's trying to make his team win.
Oh. It's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43.
And the Packers are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. And he's got his big tight end here.
7 yards, the pickup there.
second down, it's Jones. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That second down play nets a -4. The Packers on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line.
Sacked. Aaron Rodgers.
Coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
Oh, hey, come on. Come on, Aaron Rodgers. Come on.
Rodgers got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll set up a throw.
They'll find Swift out of the backfield.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. And we are inside a 2
They can't catch up.
in this lopsided affair.
And I know they
So
can't.
it's
It's
31
to 10.
They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. 3 yards the gain there. 2nd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Caught left side by Funchess. Touchdown. Devin Funchess with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Packers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Once again, it's Swift.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
From the gun, here's Swift.
And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards. And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards. Good bounce back win. They take the knee. Can't stop the clock defensively. Tough opening week loss, but now 1-1.
shows that they handled things really well. A lot of teams panic after a week 1 loss, and they start to think that the sky's falling.
And it's
this team realizes
good.
And they feel very talented, and they get it done in this one.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers, throw left side complete. That's Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you?
34 to 17.
They've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their.
So that's 1 win, 1 loss. I'll just keep it at all at pro. Right now I have 1 win, 1 loss.
just the 6th time. Detroit plays host to Baltimore in Week 3. The Lions attempt to defeat the Ravens for just the 2nd time. Right here on EA Sports.
And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
2nd and 3.
Sliding out of the pocket.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Now back to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete.
Time to see this wide-open Baltimore offense go to work, and leading them pretty darn good one. Lamar Jackson out of Louisville. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and trying not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
And for a 2nd straight play, the Lion defense drops him behind the line of scrimmage.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
That is caught. Rashad Bateman.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
5 yards from the end zone, 1st and goal. They'll run with Dobbins.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Jackson's going to keep it.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Tucker with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
A big connection on that one. 30 yards.
One of the things that led this organization to commit to him as a starting quarterback as a rookie, his ability to keep his eyes downfield and make plays out of the pocket. Able to see the receiver while on the move and complete a really accurate throw.
Eluding the pressure right.
He's got it to Fulgham.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
So yeah, that was definitely a touch. I mean, the first down, not touchdown. Not a touchdown yet.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Back to throw again.
He'll drop this one off to Swift.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
And in for the Lions,
Touchdown!
T.J. Hawkinson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Parkey with the extra point. And that will tie our score here this opening quarter of play. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Yeah, he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Here's Jackson.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now it's Jackson. That'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. These two teams all tied after 1. John Harbaugh going to roll the dice. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Edwards. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got...
getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running. Down.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They're going for it with Dobbins. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Thought they might throw the football with a little chunk that they had remaining on 4th down, but they ran it. They got it.
And the reason they were able to get it done, he ran that play with conviction, didn't he? Understood he would get a little bit of help from his friends up front, but it was really on him to go ahead and make the power move and get it done, and that he did.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go. They go play action with Jackson. And it's caught. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Another shot now for this Lions offense. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield. Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, because they did not want to get the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
Again, he'll drop to throw. They'll roll him out right. That is caught. It's Williams. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Their partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll look to throw again.
They'll find Williams on the slant.
And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 21. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Finding Williams once more, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Ravens ready to receive it. And they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the 2nd half.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And he will be brought down here.
Some reason, guys, I feel tired for some reason. You know what? I'm gonna end the stream. I don't know when Roner is gonna get on. So. Anyway, I'm gonna end the stream. Subscribe to my channel, leave a like, comment down below, and I'll see you guys all later. Have a good rest of your morning, everyone.